Good day. Today I'm going to try and demonstrate alternative pick handles. And I'm repeating an idea that one of the great pickers and pick makers had a video on a couple of weeks ago, a man by the name of Roy Sammons. In his videos number 64 and 68, he shows two different ways of making pick handles inexpensively. And I'm going to try and do that now. I ordered the tape, and now I'm going to try and do some handles. So let me go ahead and describe the tape, what we have here. This tape is called self-bonding super tape. It forms a strong bond even when wet, and it's self-sticking tape. So all I have to do is stretch it on to an object, wrap it around itself, and it will stick to itself. This is 1 inch wide. The other one is called harness tape, and I got this off of eBay. I think I got this tape at a hardware store. But this tape is a little bit different. It's 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's a cloth tape, and it does have a sticky back to it. Whereas this is not cloth, it is actually a rubber. And see if I can get it off here. Get close. It's about maybe a 1/16 of an inch or a little bit less thick, but it is a fairly thick tape. I'll go ahead first and use the rubber tape here. These picks, you can see, do have handles, but if you have picks that don't have any handle whatsoever, and they're hard on your hands and cut on your hands, this tape will be a godsend. I'm just using this as a demonstration to show you how to wrap it. First, pull off about 6 inches or 150 millimeters, depending upon your measurement system, where you are. There we go. And you peel off this plastic. Get rid of that. And what you have here is the rubber, and it feels the same on either side. It's slightly tacky, but not sticky at all. To wrap it, you start with the bottom end. About here, and you kind of overlap it a little bit on the tip. And have a little bit sticking out here, and fold that over. Let's see, I need a bit more because this is a thick pick. It does already have a handle on it. Fold it over. And what you need to do at this point is you have to go at a diagonal, and you have to stretch it. Oops. To get it to stick on itself. This is the hardest part, as you'll hear Roy said, is getting it started. Pull. Okay. Then start at a diagonal. Pull. Twist. Here. Twist. And if you have some excess, you can snip that off. you can seal the tip end like so, and you can try and stretch the back end and cover the exposed part. There. And then you want to press on the tape real hard to get a good seal so that it's sticking to itself. Press it down. And there you have a handle. Roy does it a lot neater than this, but it's very, very soft. It almost feels like a sparrow's handle, but it's thicker than a sparrow's handle. And the other method is the tape method. This is 3/4 of an inch. You would pull off about 6 inches of that. You do the exact same thing with this pick. I've done one already with a tensioner right here, as you can see. Now this tape is a whole lot thinner. It's probably 3 times thinner than the rubberized tape, and it seals a little bit nicer because it's not as thick, and it has an entirely different feel. It has a nice soft cloth feel to it. Let me go ahead and I will do a wrap this one up. This does have an adhesive back to it, just like electrical tape. Very similar to it, but it's cloth on the outside, and then it's plastic on the inside. Go ahead and get started. You do the same thing. Pull and stretch it, going on a diagonal. Okay, apparently did not cut enough tape for this, but you get the idea. You press that down just like you do the other. But the feel of it is a lot different. You can feel more than you can with the thicker tape, but it just depends your preference on how you like the feel of your pick. Now the question is, how does it affect the feel of your picking? And that's definitely a personal thing. It's not going to be anything like a bare-handled pick. It's going to be more like a sparrow's type pick, especially with this one here. This one, I believe, of the two, you'll get more feedback with this pick than you will with this one. This one is thick rubber, and it's very cushioned, so it can dampen vibration on it. But it's still, if you like a thicker pick, or if you're like me, don't have enough experience to know or to interpret feedback. I don't know what I'm feeling half the time, so it doesn't really matter that much to me. But of the two, I prefer the cloth tape, the wiring harness tape. You might be able to get it at a auto parts store, but I went to several, and they didn't have it or even never heard of it. So I went on, not eBay, but Amazon, and they had it. They had different varieties and thicknesses and widths, but I got the 3/4 inch width on it. So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comments section, and I'll try and answer them. And also I want to give a big shout out to Roy Sammons for his fantastic, brilliant idea on alternative handles for picks that are inexpensive. So check his channel out and check those 2 videos out, 64 and 68, if you're interested in getting this tape and covering your handleless picks. Have a good day. Goodbye.